pour your heart out. I don't miss my sister, and everyone thinks I'm grieving. My sister died a year ago. Drunk driver, middle of the night, gone instantly. She was 24, beautiful, kind. Everyone loved her. The golden child, the angel. At the funeral, I gave a eulogy. People told me it was moving. They hugged me, cried on me, said I was so strong, so brave. But here's the truth I can't say out loud. I don't miss her. I don't even feel sad. If anything, I feel free. My sister made my life hell. No one saw it. Not our parents, not her friends, not the teachers who adored her. She wore sweetness like armor, like a weapon. But behind closed doors, she made me feel like nothing, picked me apart, made fun of my body, told me I was stupid, weird, a burden. She once convinced me to tell her my biggest fear just so she could use it against me later in front of people I liked. She said I was too sensitive. She laughed when I cried, called me the backup kid, said if I died first, she'd wear red to my funeral because black's too boring. I tried to tell people, once. They didn't believe me, said she was just teasing, that she loved me, that I was imagining things. So I shut up, let the lie live, let her be the saint, and now she's gone. And I pretend to be broken. I let people think I'm devastated, but the truth is I sleep better. I breathe easier. There's a quiet in my life that I never had before, and I hate myself for feeling this way. But I don't wish she were still here, and I don't think I ever did. Edit. I just wanted to thank everyone for the support. I really appreciate it. All the comments have helped me out a lot. I found out that my boyfriend of 2 years is married and has kids. I'm showing myself to his family tomorrow at his church. Throwaway because I don't want my followers to see this. I'm just so confused right now and need to talk to somebody. I've been seeing this guy, Adam, 32, for 2 years. He's from another town but visits me on weekends. I never met his family, friends, or been to his town. I know that he works at the church and he takes pride in that. 3 weeks ago, I found out that he's actually married and has 2 kids. I was devastated and in a state of disbelief, but most of all, I was mad, especially after I confirmed this via his wife's social media account. We're still talking, and I haven't broke up with him yet. I planned and decided to show myself to his family on Sunday at his church and let them know that he used me and took advantage. I plan on ending it right there and then. I'm currently in his town staying at a hotel. I'm doing this tomorrow, and no one knows except myself. He's still texting me lies thinking that I'm stupid or ignorant. I feel terrible, but something's pushing me to do this. Don't know if it's anger or feeling bad for his wife and kids. I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried this might backfire at me, but at this point, I have nothing to lose. I just feel like I need to get my respect and dignity back after being lied to and fooled for 2 years. TIFU and realized I wasted my whole life. At 42 years of age, took the safe path as a dentist. My advice to people at a similar age. I think I have wasted my whole life, to be honest. I am Joe. I have been lurking for a while. I created this account to get my story across. I have no idea what I am planning to achieve by doing so, but I hope it can help those who are at crossroads and are stuck between passion and safety. For the past 15 years of life, I have been a dentist, a path that I chose after leaving a job to study further in the hopes I will make more money. I do not even know why I cared about money when I did not even spend any of it. I met my wife before I started school when I was 20, when I was a risk taker, a dreamer, and wanted to change the world. Now I'm in a place where I have chronic pain, a cheating wife, kids who don't love me, a life of staring into mouths all day, a dull brain, no more passions and hopes, no real purpose in life. I wanted to work as a social worker or an educator, but my parents and wife thought that I could help people in other ways that pay well. They convinced me to take dentistry, and I did. I hated every minute of school. I did not want to be in a place where my back would ache, neck would ache, and it was not solving the real cause of the problem, but just the result of what happens after people let go of their teeth. All my friends convinced me that it will be rewarding and I will make a lot of money when I am out of school, and I let them. When I was a young man, I wanted to do so many things. I used to play music. I wanted to become a musician. I wanted to be a teacher raising future people who could change the world. I loved physics and mathematics, but my parents told me to follow money instead of passions. Today, I have 2 kids, a wife, and they all expect me to provide them with a luxurious lifestyle. I have never cared for money. The most enjoyable time in my life was when I was sleeping on a futon in a rental, running a small business selling jars of jam made with strawberries from a local farm, and also working as a tutor for a bunch of spoilt kids. I had very little, but I was happy. I feel like I should have become an educator, possibly business owner, instead of taking a career I hate. From the past 15 years, I have developed chronic pain from doing dentistry, gained at least 20 kilos, made $1 million, but for what? I can't even do anything because of chronic back pain. After becoming a dentist, I worked 9 to 4, 5 days a week. I would come back home exhausted, plan my next day, manage the business side of things, have dinner with my kids and wife, sleep and repeat. Have a few weeks here and there as holidays where I would take my family away for a vacation. My kids don't even talk to me anymore. My wife and I have not had sex for months. And I'm 100% that she's cheating on me with a better-looking man who is older than me. I have seen her phone and confirmed this, but I will not bring it up because I don't have anyone except her left in my life. She has been my only support throughout this, and if she leave, I have nothing left. My kids will probably be split and hate their dad because their mom has raised them. My life feels like a joke. I remember when I was in my 20s, I used to be popular with the girls. I had countless opportunities to go out with girls I found more attractive than my wife, but I didn't because I cared for her. In hindsight, I should have just done what I wanted to. Maybe my wife would still be attracted to me. I would be healthier and fitter. If I had my life all over again, I would not settle down so early. I would date more and find more interesting friends. I would never choose to be a dentist. I should have stuck to my passion for business, physics, teaching, music, etc. Even though I would have been broke, I think I would not have cared. I would wake up every day working towards a better future. Work harder because I am not handed money on a silver platter. The list can go on. I feel that it's too late to go back to pursue my passions now. My kids have expectations. My wife has expectations. Society thinks that I am useful and important. Sorry if this is a long read, but I just had to say it. I truly have made a joke out of the one life I was given by choosing money, stability, safety, other people's opinions over my real passions. To all the people stuck between money, shock, stability, shocks, safety, and passions, just chase your passions because the safe path does not guarantee that you'll live a life that was worth living. TLDR. I ruined my life by continuing to do what I hated, dentistry. It has ruined my marriage, health, family, my passions, my mind. Do what you are passionate about. FICAG societal expectations. Edit. I was not expecting this post to get so much attention as it has. I just posted it as a whim to tell at least someone about it. I was very emotional at the time and did not proofread anything that I typed. Honestly, reading your thoughts, encouragement, and most importantly, your own personal stories, I feel like I'm gaining a new perspective at life and how I can change it. For the first time in a very long time, I feel that maybe this is not the end. I don't have to die a slave to a system that does not support my life or adds any value to my life. I will put down answers to recurring questions below as they come up, and keep you guys updated on what I will do with my life in this post. Thank you, Reddit, for giving me hope. I might die in 7 hours and I'm not afraid. I, 14, have a bone disease known as multiple hereditary exostoses, MHE. It causes benign bone tumors to grow everywhere on my body. Although they aren't cancerous, they are very painful when they are near a nerve. A lot of these tumors have grown in my knees, fingers, and ribs. You can probably guess there are a lot of nerves and muscles there that can be pinched and pierced. It hurts quite a lot. I am constantly at level 5 pain, scale of 1 to 10. I can only walk for up to 2 minutes. I can't write. With a pen, if I couldn't type, this post wouldn't exist, lol. And I'm basically in agony. We have decided I will go for surgery to saw off some of the most painful tumors in my knee. Hopefully this will restore my ability to walk. The doctors have also decided we should remove 2 of my ribs, which have cracked due to the tumors. They'll be replaced with metal, I think. But to be honest, I don't really care what happens in this surgery. If it works, great, I can walk again. If it fails and my condition stays the same, deteriorates, I've adapted to this disease enough. I can probably handle a few turns for the worst. And if I die, well, I suppose then there is no more pain. My friends say it is wrong for me to feel okay about dying. I'm not suicidal. I wouldn't kill myself if I had the chance. But I don't exactly care if I die at this point. It's in fate's hands at this point. Comment anything. In 7 hours, I'll be on the operating table that'll determine my destiny. Edit. Soon about to enter the operating room. Well, this is it. Let's see our fate. Edit 2. I'm alive, let's go! Recovery pain's a bitch, but otherwise I'm fine. Edit 3. Hello lads, you may remember my previous post. If not, here's a quick recap. I, 14 million, have a bone disease known as MHE, which causes non-cancerous bone tumors to grow across the body. Although they aren't cancerous, they still cause problems such as causing my legs to not be able to walk longer than 3 minutes, and causing pain in my legs. Due to this, my doctors suggested I do a surgery to remove the bone tumors in my ribs and knees. They'd have to remove 2 entire ribs as the tumors were inside the rib. I was prepared for any result of the surgery. Didn't really care whether I lived or died. I had prepared for death and was hoping to live. I'll write what happened on each day in the hospital and each week at home. Note that I don't write a diary, so all this is in hindsight. so some dates may be inaccurate as I forego when some events happened. Also, I add unnecessary details sometimes, so I'll put a TLDR at the end. Day 1 in hospital. It was early morning when I entered the hospital. I had texted some friends and hugged my sisters and mom. I then went to the operating room with my dad, and the doctors took over from there. Quick briefings happen, then the gas mask is on, and I inhale anesthesia. Whatever happened, it would be alright, and I wake up. Yep, I'm alive, and feeling pretty weird. The surgery was successful. Very nice. The doctors wheel my bed to the ward, and my mom's overjoyed. Once I'm aware enough to use my phone, I text my family and friends. They are all glad to see me alive. I also update my post on Reddit and posted a "I lived bitch" meme selfie on my profile. I eat dinner and it's time for bed. Then I wake up in the middle of the night. Oh shoot, I can't breathe properly without immense pain. The one thought in my mind was, "God verdammt, did I celebrate too early?" I call the nurse, he gets me a O2 mask, and breathing returns back to normal. With not much else to do, I return to slumber day 2. The doctors are concerned about what happened last night, so I do an x-ray on my chest. They decide it's alright, and I go back to the ward. The thing that happened on day 1 wouldn't happen again, fortunately. Day 2 was spent mostly lazing around, being in pain, playing dumb Roblox games, and learning to sit up on the bed with the help of my physiotherapist. Not sure what else to say, day 2 was boring. Oh, and I barely got sleep, because there were 3 children crying at night in the ward. Day 3. Day 3 is much more interesting. On this day, the physiotherapist came and told me I should relearn how to walk. She trains me to stand up, gets mad at how I'm not standing straight. Mercy Pauls, my knees just got operated on. And we begin walking for a few steps. I need a lot of support and it hurts like absolute hell, but it's progress at least. I can make it to the toilet, but I still refrain from using it as sitting down on the low toilet would hurt worse than hell. We also remove the bandages on my chest. The doctors say they look pretty good. He adds a waterproof transparent spray thingy onto my wound so I can sponge bath easier. I got a bit of a fever, presumably from an infection, but it's nothing serious. And the night is much better. Only 2 kids cry. Day 4, I practice walking a bit more and I can walk down the entire hallway. I need support for this though. The physiotherapist decides that now I am slowly regaining ability to walk. I can go now. Dismissal forms are prepared and I leave before lunch. I take an ambulance home as I live in Singapore where ambulances don't cost your life savings. Flex on the Americans. First time on an ambulance, so pretty neat. I spend the rest of day 4 chatting with sisters and forcing my sis to buy me video games, and I can finally sleep without crying children. Yes. Week 1. Day 5, 6, 7. Pretty boring. Spent most of it playing video games, lol. Week 2. I begin making progress in walking by myself. I can walk a good 5 to 10 minutes without rest. This is actually really good progress. I'm shocked how fast I healed. I also revisit the hospital and they remove the stitches in my knee. Nice. Week 3. This is where we are now. I can walk for up to 15 minutes, longer than I could ever imagine last year. Wow, I'm super happy to be at this point. Today, I will try to use stairs and see if I'm capable of doing that. I'll update y'all if it's successful. I would also like to thank everyone for leaving nice comments on my previous post. I appreciate all the kind words. Life is getting better now, and I'm glad I'm still alive. I'm excited to enjoy every moment of life. Now with the ability to walk, I'll gladly reply to any questions y'all have. TLDR. Survived a surgery, almost died again, did a few x-rays and made good progress on relearning to walk. I'm happy now. Yet at 4. Hey, I've recently turned 16. Just wanted to give an update on my life. I'm still sick, unfortunately. That's the sad part of chronic illnesses, but that's alright. I've coped with it, and I thank you for reading this, for whatever reason, years later. Also, I know that the percentages my younger self wrote was absolute nonsense, according to a few commenters. Apologies, I was a 14-year-old who was panicking because of a surgery. My odds of survival were likely much higher than I anticipated back then. Still, this post really did portray how I felt before a possibly life-changing surgery. Once again, thanks for taking the time to read this really old post. I hope you enjoyed my story. Share your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more stories.